Good morning, everyone. You're with Sis Practical today with her knowledge, very limited knowledge about succulents, but hopefully you can learn something from listening to me. All right. First of all, what people are saying on the internet are not entirely true. Okay? Let me explain it a little bit to you. Okay? There's an ideal place, this heavenly place for succulent, right? And let's just call them heaven succulent. Okay? Heaven for succulent. Those places are about 50 to 60% of humidity and about 70 80 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 to 27 Celsius. Okay, so that is the heaven place for succulents, succulent heaven. But not everyone living in that area. Okay, not everybody have the same climate, so be very careful when they say you can water them this way. You have to bottom water them from the top. You can let the rain down on them. You can have a full sun on them, partial sun on them. Be very careful. Are you in a heavenly place for succulent or not? Let me repeat them one more times, okay? Heaven places for succulent is 56 to 60% of humidity and about 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit or about 21 to 26 Celsius for those who are living with the Celsius. So unless you're in that area, you are not in heaven. Succulent, don't listen to those advice or that opinion, but try to create the climate, the surrounding the area as close as possible to that heaven for your succulent. Do I make sense or not? For example, in my area, which is about 10% in average humidity, which is so far from heaven, all right, I create water fountain to create humidity. I create container like this, which I fill with ornaments just for good looking, and fill it up with water to create humidity. Do you see this one? And also I'm still testing them with spray mist. Okay, spray mist, not directly to my succulents, but to create more humidity to my succulent garden. Okay, to create heaven environment for my succulent, which is 50 to 60% humidity. And because the climate here, the temperature here can reach 3 digits, which is about 100 something Fahrenheit, then I am very careful about how many hours of sun my succulent get. Otherwise, they will get sunburn. Like for example, this one, as you can see, has sunburn on its leaves already. So then I reduce the amount of sun they get per day. But yet, if they don't get enough sun, then they will grow towards the sun. Their neck getting taller and taller, separating further and further and become uglier. This is from the same variety, but you can see that the other one get enough sun, so it doesn't grow taller and uglier like the other one. So those who like suns, I try to give them at least about 3 hours morning sun, and then starting to learn little by little if they get more burn or they love it, and continue from there. But to give them directly full sun in this very hot climate in my state here, I will not do that. When they get enough sun, like this guy here, they will start changing their color into reddish, or like these two beauties here, to even changing into kind of yellowish and reddish here. And they call them stress, which is fine. Once in a while, you can have the changing of color done by the sun. On those heaven areas, they can water them more often, but be very careful if you have a higher humidity area or a much lower humidity area. How much water you need, each succulent is different, and not every one of them need as much water as the other one, and not every one of them likes to be bottom watered, which is place the water inside the container and then place your succulent for like 5 minutes, they say. In that case, all the water will fill the bottom area, which is far from its roots, and sometimes that extra water will create a rottenness on the roots and will kill them more. Succulent can live up to 3 months when they are dry and thirsty, but they will die in 2 days if you overwater them. The best way is, instead of using your hand, to purchase this about $13-ish moisture meter. Okay, after you clean them, each time you use them, poke them inside the soil, and when they show the lowest part, okay, which is mine is in the middle. When they show the lowest part, which mine is number 1, then it's the time to water. Remember to clean the end every time you finish using them. For those who doesn't live in the heaven succulent area, be careful when you water them. Don't try not to burn the leaf by watering them with the hose, for example, from above, or spray mist. But water them with something like, I use turkey baster or this injection thing, and then carefully trying not to touch the leaves. Water them, okay, and learn how much water do they need. Like this sucker here, I watered them bottom water the other day, and they are unhappy. This guy, I don't know, maybe because again I'm not living in the heaven succulent area, which is here in the United States is about zone 9 to 10th. So then, of course, I should be very careful not to listen to everybody's advice and just think that, okay, everybody living in the same place. That's not right. That's why people kill their succulent more often. If you get your succulent overwatered, the bottom leaves will start being so soggy and falling apart, down and unhappy. Then take them out from the pot, take the root, dry the root, and put them under the shade for about 3 days until they recovered before you put them back into the pot again. So dry them up, air dry. We're going to talk also about the soil that they like, which is I will just use 1 part of potting soil, 1 part of sand, and 1 part of perlite. And don't be afraid to plant them in a very tight area like this, environment like this. They like it, okay? They will survive really well in the tight area. If you make an arrangement, make sure you pick the one that likes the water the same way. The other day I put one that actually dislikes sun, and this 2 that like sun. So then when I place them in a shaded area, they're not happy, and then when I place them in the sunny area, the other one is not happy. So now I rearrange them and make sure that they all love sun. So learn how much sun they like. Soon you will realize how easy it is to take care of succulent. And be careful when you decorate them. Do not use the pebbles, the river pebbles. They are observe water really well, so they're not good. They will make your succulent rot and then kill them. You can buy your decorative pebbles or succulent dressing to the store, at the store. And then you can clean some of the dust that remain with the brush carefully. And voila! Enjoy it. Okay, it's a very good for stress reliever, and it's a pity to give up on these beautiful plants, beautiful blessing from God. So don't give up. Other people kill them, you can kill them too. Think about it that way, okay? And of course, I'm still learning too, so don't just take my word, okay? But do some more research. What can you expect from 9 minutes video? So anyway, study and learn, and let me know if you have any more input to help me improving myself too. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Bye-bye, and happy succulent day. Bye-bye.